$90 billion. That's how much money is now piled into leveraged and inverse ETFs, hyper-aggressive funds designed to double or triple your daily bets. But what happens when a market that's built on short-term gambling hits a day like today, where a single jobs report wiped out over $1 trillion in value? The through line is this: the market is chasing speed and complexity to avoid risk, and it might be making everything more fragile. This is exactly the kind of complexity the SEC is trying to address. They've proposed a new rule that would let companies file semiannual reports on a form called 10S instead of the quarterly 10Q. The idea is to cut compliance costs and reduce the pressure to hit short-term earnings targets. But critics say less frequent reporting means less transparency, which, in a market already hungry for any edge, could make the volatility even worse. The comment period is 60 days, and the stakes are huge. This could reshape how often investors get to see inside a company. The same pressure shows up in the leveraged ETF boom. These funds now hold $90 billion in assets, with products like TQQQ and SOXL among the most heavily traded securities on the market. They promise triple the daily return of an index, but financial advisors warn they are short-term bets that reset every day. That means if you hold them for more than a day, the math can work against you fast, especially on days like today, when the Nasdaq plunged over 4%, wiping out $1 trillion in value. For a fund that promises 3 times the daily return, a 4% drop is a 12% blowup. Which raises the stakes for today's jobs report. The May jobs numbers came in far stronger than expected, and the market reacted as if it was bad news. The Nasdaq fell over 4%, and the S&P 500 dropped 2.6%, its worst single-day loss this year. The logic is that a strong economy means the Fed might raise rates again, which is the last thing high-growth tech stocks want. So the very data that signals health sparked a rout, and that sets up something bigger, a market so sensitive to good news that it punishes itself. And that's where it gets strange. The same jobs report that triggered the sell-off also made Treasury yields jump, which is usually a sign of confidence. Instead, risk assets tumbled across the board. The S&P 500 fell 2.64%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq lost over 4%, led by semiconductor stocks. So the market is in a bizarre place. Strong economic data is being read as a threat, and every piece of good news becomes a reason to sell. That fragility is exactly what the next story warns about. A new analysis argues that the market's soaring paper wealth hides a severe cash shortage. When large investors try to cash out their unrealized gains, thin liquidity could trigger sharp sell-offs. In other words, everyone is rich on paper, but there's not enough cash to turn that paper into money. And when you have $90 billion in leveraged ETFs that are forced to rebalance daily, a liquidity crunch could cascade fast. That's the hidden risk beneath the record highs. So what are investors doing with all this uncertainty? They're chasing something called halo stocks, capital-intensive companies that are less vulnerable to AI disruption. Think pipeline operators like Enterprise Products Partners or utilities like H2O America. These are old economy, infrastructure-heavy businesses that are suddenly in vogue because AI can't easily replace a pipeline or a power plant. The irony is that the same technology causing the sell-off in tech stocks is now driving money into the most boring companies on Earth. And that rotation might be the smartest bet of all. So the story today is a market that's trying to outrun its own shadow, piling into leveraged bets, running toward AI-proof stocks, and even considering a rule change that would let companies report less often. But the same jobs report that triggered the sell-off also revealed a deeper tension. The economy is strong, but the market is brittle. And when a $90 billion pile of leveraged bets is sitting on thin ice, the next bid move might not be a rally. It might be the crack. Watch the Fed, watch the liquidity, and watch what happens when everyone tries to leave at once.